Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here or if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. So for today's video, it's gonna be a review video of an online course that I just finished doing, which is a Nathan Fowkes' Schoolism.com course called Landscape Painting in Watercolor and Gouache. And for those of you who don't know, Nathan Fowkes also has a book of the same name as the course called How to Paint Landscapes Quickly and Beautifully in Watercolor and Gouache. And I actually don't know which came out first, if the online course came out first or this book. But anyways, yeah, so this video is going to be about my experience taking the online course and what I ended up doing and what I learned, what I liked about it, what I didn't like. So yeah, and as a disclaimer, I just want to say the course itself runs for about 9 weeks, a week per lesson. So there's 9 lessons, and for every lesson he actually asks you to do about 6 to 10 paintings. The first one for sure, the first 2 I believe he asked for about 10 paintings, and then the rest about 6 to 7 paintings. And I did not do that. I did the course in about 2-3 weeks at the most, and I've only done maybe 2-3 sketches per lesson, sometimes even less. And yeah, I'll be showing you guys what I've done basically. But anyways, yeah, so don't judge the course by the quality of my work just because I haven't had the mileage basically that he asked for in the course. So for those of you who have not seen on the first my last update, my atelier at home update video, I discussed the first lesson because I think at that point I've done the first lesson, the simple statement, I believe. So I'll just show that here again, but I'm not gonna show the process video because I've already shown it. I'm gonna link the video down below. So this is the first exercise I did. This is actually from his book, and this is a master copy of one of his works. And this is actually the first one, lesson 1, the simple statement, like I've mentioned. And this is the one I showed process video, I believe. Yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna start showing you guys everything else after this. All right, and while I'm showing my sketches, I will also be showing the process video or pictures all throughout. And like I said, while I talk about the sketches, I'm going to be discussing what I learned, what I didn't like, what I really loved. It's mostly love, so all right. Okay, so like I said in the intro, there's basically 9 lessons in Nathan Fowkes' course. So lesson 1, simple statement. So this is the work that I did, which I already showed in my previous atelier update video. So basically with Nathan Fowkes, the really important thing that he really tries to impart on the student is the value of doing the simple statement. And well, that's the first one anyway. So what he does is that he shows you how to do a simple comp first. So that's what I ended up doing here, just to kind of figure out what your basic layout would be in terms of values and composition, which he will go into later details in the other lessons. And then he does a demo, and the demos are really amazing because they're full demos of the paintings, and most of them you will see in the book here. So like for example, the simple statement chapter here, like he shows you basically how he does it with just a brush pen, a water brush, and that's about it. And what he does also is that when he does the framing, like he'll do the tape around the paper so that it doesn't go into the edges, and then afterwards he'll do the pencil outline of the painting itself. So yeah, so this is what I did first and second. And then the lesson 2 is the value of light and shadow. So this one I totally failed. This is what I did, and I will show you guys. I think I did take a video of the process video here, and also I'll show you the reference picture. So this is the comp I did. And yeah, so this one does, I feel like it doesn't even look anything remotely. It's too abstract for me. So I did not like this painting at all. And I just want to say off the bat, this lesson, according to the website, is good for beginner and intermediate. I would say it's only actually for intermediate and advanced, because you have to have basic knowledge of drawing and perspective to be able to actually get something out of this course. And he does mention that on I believe lesson 7, that you have to have a solid foundation of the perspective, because basically with this one, it's the main focus, I believe, is just how you should be able to do sketches out in the field. So yeah, all that to say, yeah, that this one I feel like my perspective was off for sure. And then lesson 3, moving on. So this is the comp I did, and this is using the limited palette. That's lesson 3. And this one I actually copied from one of his one of the actual demos that he did in the video. He actually tells you as much as possible to actually go out in the field instead of working from pictures, but he does say that it's important to master copies, because that's how you learn with techniques and stuff like that, like what the other artists have done before you that you love. So that's why I thought, okay, it's not really cheating, because even though it's technically just a copy, but he does say that's a good thing. So all right, and for the limited palette, I believe he uses I will show it's here in the book. This is a full palette that he has. I don't know if you guys can see, but for the limited, I think he only uses yellow ochre, vermilion, Venetian red, yellow ochre, Van Dyke brown, and French ultramarine, I believe. So, and plus the white gouache. All right, and this one, lesson 4, is composition. So for this one, again, I did another master copy of an actual painting that he did in class. And this one, I actually kind of like how this turned out. So what he did first with this one, talking about composition, is for this painting he did the value study first, which is this one, just using the brush pen, and then he did a color version afterwards. So for those of you who have the book, this is page 32. So this one he showed you the full version on the demo, and then he did also a full version of the demo for the colored. So yeah, so this one, because I finished this book, I ended up switching to a different sketchbook, which is this one, watercolor paper pad. I just got from the dollar store. It's a 300 GSM. I just wanted to try it, see if it works out. So this is the color version of the previous painting that I just did. So this one I didn't like as much as the black and white version. So I feel like my values were off. And when I transformed this painting into black and white, yeah, I could tell my values were completely off. So anyways. Also for this one, I did another one for composition. And this one, I will show the reference picture in here. But this is just a basic, like, landscape. Not even landscape. Like, we were just driving and I saw just this, like, vast land just full of snow and stuff like that. So I thought, And this was a color study that I just did, and I think, oh, what is this one? Is this gouache? I can't even remember now. But yeah, it's just a color study. Like, that's a good thing with this lesson. He even says, like, you know, even if you just have a few minutes, just do like basic color studies and stuff like that, right? Like, it's really amazing when he shows you everything he's done, like all the sketches and just simple value studies, the comps that he's done. And he even says some of them are not really amazing, but as long as you get out there and just do something, it eventually it'll help you, because it just gets your hand moving. And he always talks about mileage, just, you know, just to keep at it. Like, if you do a drawing a day, that's 365 sketches you've done, and eventually, you know, once you keep at it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I did another composition. Holy crap. I think I must have really liked this lesson. I didn't even know I did. I think that's where most of my time was spent, just doing the lesson for. So this one is a picture right outside our window. I tried, right? And this one, another one, because I couldn't get out there, because where I am right now, it's winter. So although these days it wasn't really that cold, but it was snowing. So that's another comment actually I have about this class, is that one thing I didn't like is that even though he talks about you like going out there, and that's really the most important thing, all the lessons were done in his studio, and then he shows you the reference picture. So that's a minor complaint I have, is that I wish he just showed one full demo of him out in the field, so just that I could see like his thought process of how he does a painting from beginning to end, like how he makes his choices, like how he would decide on a framing. I mean, he does talk about it in the lesson, like how he would decide on a composition and how he would do the basic comp first. But I feel like, yeah, that's one thing. So anyways, yeah, composition. This page, I'm okay how this turned out. Like this one, another simple value study. So yeah, and yeah, I'll be showing I think I'll probably be showing the process video here now while I'm talking. So these are the comps that I did. All right, so now we're at lesson 5, which is the design of edges. And basically when he talks about edges, in the book it's the edges and texture section. So just the different effects you can get with dry brushing, you know, wet on wet, and all that stuff, and how that you can translate that into your outdoor sketches. Okay, hang on a minute, guys. Sorry, yeah, I had to turn off my son's alarm. It was driving me crazy, and I could hear it while I'm filming. So, anyways, yeah. So now I was talking about the edges and texture. So yeah, these are the examples. All right, so this is what I ended up doing. My main focus, I think, on this. Okay, so wait here. So that's the comp I did, and this is the painting. And again, I was showing the reference picture. My focus was really on the clouds. Like, for some reason, I've been really obsessing about just sky studies lately. So a lot of the following sketches you'll see, it's really like focusing on that. So yeah, design of edges. And this one is a master copy of this work that he did. But funnily enough, this is actually on the lesson 8 of the video, this demo that he did for land and sky. But I ended up doing it here, and it's not even remotely close to the technique he was showing about the clouds. So that's all I'm gonna say. Anywho. Oh yeah, and then this one, because I didn't really like the paper, so I ended up switching back to the Canson watercolor. This one I actually really like it. And bonus is that it's cheap, so it's easy to get where I am. Alright, so this one, just another color study I did. So in, oh my god, what chapter is this? I think the full color palette now, yeah, that's a lesson. Let me see here on my list, lesson 6 now. Full color palette. So he did 3 opposing colors on the wheel, and then he showed you how to like just the difference of doing the as a full pigment and then neutralizing it. So that's what I kind of tried to do in this page. And I only did, I think this is the only one I did for the full color palette, which is a master copy of not master copy, he actually, for the assignments, he gave you this picture and he showed you how to, not showed you, but that was actually what you're supposed to do. And this one I totally, that kind of screwed it because my simple statement was off to begin with, and I got bogged down with the little details and stuff like that, which he said is one thing you should really avoid. So, oh, that's what I forgot to mention as well. So the online lessons has assignments, and then it has critique videos of the students. So there's about maybe 6 students, 6 lessons of the students. Wait, does that make sense? 6 students that he critiqued, that he showed, you know, like the work of the students and how he fixed it. Oh my god, you guys, if you do that course, don't miss the critique, because you learn, I feel you learn just as much watching him critique the videos of the students as much as the actual lesson. It's really amazing how just a simple tweak on the work would change the student's sketch completely. It's so amazing. Like, and there's one student there, I think he's always the last one that he would critique, Thomas, his name, and he's from Finland, and his work was already amazing. So when you see Nathan Fowkes correct the work, it's like, holy crap, like that's just so cool how like one, like even just changing the value of one thing would completely improve the painting. And he really emphasizes value and temperature, just those two. Like, don't, even if you get the hue wrong, as long as your value and temperature are correct, then your sketch would work out. And yes, oops, and just seeing him do that, I thought that was so cool. All right, sorry, I know I'm rambling a lot in this video. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's a comp. I don't know if I could see. And oh my god, I think this is, now I didn't bother categorizing my sketches according to the lesson, because really after lesson 6, full color palette, everything else is just pretty much discussing like okay, I'll show you, like a full color palette, and then 7, creating the illusion of space, which is basically perspective, which, I mean, it's always, even from the beginning, that's something that you should know already. And then framing your subject, which is kind of related to composition. And then lesson 9 is putting it all together, right? So I think after that, lesson 6, like I said, I just kind of did sketches. And this one I actually did in out on the field, because I was in the car and I was waiting for my daughter for one of her activities. So I just thought I'd do a quick painting of this. It's just a value study using a brush pen. So yeah, and this one is a study of a sky study, and basically I just tried this technique that he did using wet on wet and doing the gradient. So I kind of like how this turned out. It's very simple, but like I said, I'm just obsessing over sky lately. So, and I think this is it. This is the last one, which is, these 2 are copies basically of demos that he did in class, and I will show you, because the book also has the finished painting. This one he did the demo in the thing as well, in the full color palette lesson. It was really cool how he did that. So the last one I did is a copy of this, which is this one. This one I'm okay how this turned out, like especially like the sky, like how he did it. So I, even though my color was a bit off than his, I was okay how this turned out. And this one, oh, this one is really off, but something I am gonna practice a bit more, which is this one here, and this one he used a Frisket. And yeah, so I'll show the process video of this two here right now while I'm talking. So anyways, like so what, okay, I'm just gonna do my conclusion now because I think that is it. That's all I've done really. So how would I rate this class? Honestly, it is so amazing how much I learned from this class. So solid 4.5 out of 5. Number one, the value of the simple statement and doing comps. That's something that, you know, I mean, I've always heard about doing comps, and I always say I'll do it, but I was like, I get so in a hurry, I guess, when I'm out there, that I end up skipping it. But now I know really how important it is to do that, and values the simple statement, which is something he's always taught from lesson 1 to lesson 9 basically. And then what else? Value and temperature, very, very important, just those two. Yeah, like you can, like I said before, even if you get everything else wrong, like even if your texture's off, your hue is off, as long as you have the value and temperature right, you know, that's your basic thing. If you get that right, then you're off to a good start. What I didn't like is the fact that it's that you can't buy the video. It's a streaming video, so you have to subscribe to schoolism.com. And for me as a Canadian, it ended up costing me, I'm still subscribed actually, so it's costing me right now about 45 a month, you guys. 45 Canadian, which is a lot of money because it's I think 29 US plus 13% tax. Oh my gosh, and then the exchange rate. So that's crazy. So I kind of wish I actually just, when they had the 30% off for the whole year subscription, I should have just probably done that. It would have saved me money. So yeah, like I said, that's one thing, because you can't buy the course. So that's one con. And another con, which I also mentioned previously, is that it's that there was no demo of him actually being out in the field, that they were all done in studio. So yeah, but otherwise, those are really minor complaints. Otherwise, it would have been a 5 for me if not for those two. And oh my gosh, like he's also like he's pretty funny. He has a great sense of humor. So watching him critique, it's sometimes it would come off as really harsh, like what he would say. So I'm like, if I do like a critique, if I do like one of those, because there's an option where you can actually have him critique your work, I'd probably be crying because I'm sure he'd be like, what the heck are you doing, right? Like, but you learn so much. So anyways, that is about it. If you've stuck around this long, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, highly recommend this course. 4.5 out of 5 for sure. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy painting wherever you are, guys. Bye bye.